today. It's just acting a little bit funny, so I'm just trying to figure this out. But I hope everyone's having a fantastic Monday morning so far. I'm excited to get trading with you today. No real great gaps so far that I see, but I do have a couple gaps that I like that we'll go look into. Okay, so YouTube for some reason is not letting me pull up the video, but it is saying I am live streaming. Could one of you guys see if you can grab the link? Usually Dan does this for me, but would one of you guys be able to stop onto RLT's channel and see if we're live and send me the link? Just so I can keep track of the comments on YouTube also. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why YouTube's behaving funny with me. All right, I will let one of you guys handle that, and hopefully we are live streaming right now. YouTube land, if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them in the chat box and I will address it. Good morning, Brenda. How's it going? How's it going, Lauren? Good morning, Arsenis. Good morning, Martina. Good morning, Fabrice. Amy, what's up? How's everybody doing today? So not anything crazy out there that I'm like, whoa, this has to be traded. But I was looking at something really cool, guys, and it makes total sense for this to happen now that everything's setting up the way it is, right? So this would have been our 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So it makes sense that we make one more high and complete this wave count. Also, this looks like a pretty nice bull flag breakout. So on a weekly level, I mean, it's looking good. You know, if you've continually bought the dips on certain things, then you're looking good. If you're anything like me and don't really have very many long-term investments or a large, ginormous long-term account, then maybe just wait it out a little bit. We'll have our opportunities come up. Good morning, Joe. All right, cool. So, so far, that's just my opinion. I think this is just a wave 5 continuing to happen. And we all know, I mean, it's just nobody knows how long wave 5 can go till. The only rule is that we don't, that the wave 3 is the longest. So yeah, I mean, this thing could go on forever. Let's look at it on the daily. The daily also looks like, again, all eyes on certain levels here. We shouldn't be getting any closes back below here at all. In the near future, I want to say. And I'm talking very, a couple of weeks out. I'm not talking about anything this week. But yeah, so I'm still, I mean, we're still looking good for a bullish continuation. I don't see anything uberly ultra bearish right now. Pullbacks will happen. Yes, small retests will happen, but nothing super wild, super crazy. So yeah, that's what I have on the cues so far. As far as the day trade's concerned, the gap isn't really there for me to be excited about or disappointed about. I mean, it is pulling back after a very big day on Friday. And we are at resistance, after much of a rally. So we'll see what kind of pullbacks we get. But, be prepared to play it both ways for a day trade. Bearish, bullish, doesn't matter. Either way, I think there is a play. My favorite gap today has to be Boeing. I do not get caught sleeping on this guy. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure. So I know there's some SMAs here around 208 on Boeing, and I know we're kind of sort of gapping into that. So, I mean, it is a retest gap, and I know this is a news-related gap also. It is a retest gap. Wait for it to pull back maybe around to 200 range, the high of this candle. Yeah, 200 range, and then see where we go from there. If any bullish setups happen around this 200 range, I'd be willing to write it up. On a weekly chart, though, guys, this is phenomenal looking on a weekly chart. I know there's moving averages, there's a soup here that's happening of multiple moving averages on a weekly chart, but this is the retest of that ginormous double bottom after that many weeks of bearishness. I mean, if this thing were to break out, Bowen could go make a new high, really. So on a weekly chart, if you want to sprinkle a few shares here and there in your long-term account, I could see why. But for a day trade, I want it to pull back to 200s and then see where it wants to go. That's my plan. Beautiful inverse head and shoulders. I really, really, really like this setup. So for a day trade, I'm thinking maybe like a pullback to 200 if we're lucky enough, because this has to be my target. So that's just what the plan is so far. All right, I see some comments. Give me 1 second. Martina says, is this what you were? Let me just pull it up, Martina. Give me 1 second. Yes. All right. Perfect. Thank you, Martina. That's awesome. Good morning, Richard. I don't know why I couldn't pull that up earlier. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, cute critters. Let's look at NVIDIA for cute critters. Okay, cool. Let's check this guy out. NVIDIA has to be the boss ticker out there, right? Like, what is going on? What is up with NVIDIA? I understand the whole demand aspect of it and the supply aspect of it, but NVIDIA, so there are a couple of ways to play this. Lately, it's become such a popular day trading ticker. It's becoming more like a Tesla now, rather than a swing trading ticker, you know? But there are a couple of ways to play this. It is breaking out, undoubtedly. It is breaking out of the bull flag, just like the Qs, undoubtedly. If you're looking for a swing trade, I would wait for a pullback into this level and then see if we can take off. For a day trade, I would not want to be touching this thing bearish. Even if the broader markets are kind of sort of signaling a downward turn, I would not want to be messing with this bearish. It's just in such a bullish trend that I want to permanently keep it in my bull basket. So if there are bull setups, then I'm willing to play this. AMD also, NVIDIA also. So for a day trade, I want to play this bullish. I don't want to mess with it bearish in very many ways. But yeah, if you're looking for a swing trade perspective, buy the dip. AMD also looks delicious. AMD is a little bit of a nemesis right now because I got stopped out. And guys, at any time, I don't know if you guys have ever heard me say this before, but anytime the moving averages, especially the longer term moving averages, like the 50, 200, 100, get cinched up on your chart. By cinched up, I mean come too close together. Wait for an explosion in either direction. It doesn't have to be, to the upside, but in this scenario, it was to the upside. There's got to be a better, like, here's another good example. Here's another great example. Wait for that explosion, so we're not really that close, but we're getting close, right, with our moving averages. So I really like AMD did me nasty. It just played me like a fiddle. So I got in over here on AMD at 105, got stopped out at like 90. I increased my stops up here. So got stopped out. And then it went exactly, I mean, even if I didn't increase my stops, I would have gotten stopped out here. And then it went exactly to my target. So AMD also in a very bullish momentum. Don't trade this thing bearish. Weekly looks great for a bull flag breakout, guys. So I would actually buy the double bottom dip and take it bullish. On a monthly, I mean, I don't even, like, monthly looks phenomenal for continuation higher. Monthly has a inverse head and shoulders, a retest of a couple of months compression, and then a massive bullish engulfing candle. So this is Dan's 3-bar play, right? I mean, it looks great. So AMD, NVIDIA, don't mess with it bearish. Even if the markets are doing something bearish, put these in your bull basket, or at least plan on owning some shares for the long term on them. So yeah. I hope I answered your question. Cute critters on YouTube. All right. If you guys have any other questions, if you guys have any other tickers that we should be looking at, let me know. Let's go check out Appy. What'd you guys do this weekend? We had a very, very, very crazy busy weekend. It was Diwali for all the Hindus out there. We celebrate Diwali. I mean, I feel like it's gotten popular in the last 5 years with the internet just being, so expansive, and social media and all of that. So we didn't have this many traditions back 5 years ago, but now I feel like it's like Christmas, like commercialized. So yeah, but that was an eventful weekend. I definitely had a crazy busy weekend. Brenda says, let's go look at Tesla. All right, let's go check out Apple, and then we will go look at Tesla real quick. Apple, also crazy bullish momentum. It's bouncing off of some of the daily SMAs. So yeah, right here, we're above all at this point. Bull flag breaking out. I don't know, guys, as much bearish as I want to be. I mean, I know that a pullback is going to come. A retest is going to come, right? I'm just not expecting. So, we've had this momentum for the past 2 weeks. Let's just assume this. I'm not expecting a candle like this. I'd be really surprised if we get a candle like that, right? So I'm just expecting like a small pullback, like a candle like this maybe, and then continuation higher. That's what I'm expecting. So yeah, but I mean, after this much of a bigger move, percentage wise, we're gonna get some sort of a pullback. So I am expecting a pullback, but moreover, I think I'd be looking a little more bullish than bearish, the broader outlook. And historically, I believe October is the danger month, and then November and December are like the Santa rally kind of months. So let's go look at Tesla real quick for Brenda. Tessie. So I've been watching this guy and studying very closely. I have this really strong theory, guys, where one of the mentorship students brought me into this light where he said all of the dojis, like the spin top candles, all of the 10 EMAs with the spin top candles happen to be much, much heavier and stronger than any other 10 EMA setups. So I really like indecision candles where they're giving out 10 EMAs. On Tesla, this is a weekly and we're talking, weeks out. On Tesla, if we take out this candle, especially sometime this week, or next week, then I feel like we're going much, much lower. I'd be, piling up on Tesla at 160 and then some more at 100. But if we continue to fight out of this system, out of this mess, then I feel like we can go a lot more higher. So it's in this zone still where it's like, so, Brenda, if I had to pick my tickers today, if I had to say, okay, I only have 3 tickers to play, I would play Boeing, NVIDIA, and AMD. I wouldn't really mess with Tesla because it's just got this weekly chart that's kind of in the middle of battling some moving averages. Here's the 10 and the 20 on the weekly. Here is the 100, the 50 and the 100 on the weekly. And then even on the daily, it's got quite a bit. So I'd be really excited if we were gapping up above these daily moving averages, but we're not. So it is a retest gap, a small retest gap at it. We're not an inside candle. So maybe if we have some bullish continuation, I could see how this could take off. But, if the markets decide to take a negative turn, I would want to be bearish on Tessie because it's at that weekly level, right? And see where we go from there. But yeah, set up alerts below that level. I mean, guys, that's a no-brainer. We gotta short Tesla if that level gets taken out. I doubt that it's gonna happen, but if it does, that would be really nice. Yeah, and if we start getting closes above here, 242, then I feel like we can easily continue on higher, much, much higher to 300s. So yeah, as far as the day trade's concerned, I'm not really, really excited about this. I'll keep an eye out on it. You know, we say this all the times, in the morning rooms where like I'm not really excited about Tesla, but at the end we end up taking trades on Tesla all the times. Um, so yeah, if something sets up, if something's really nice and appealing, then I will take it. But I don't know. I kind of like other tickers a little bit better today. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome. Okay, cool. Let's go look at BA, but we looked at BA. Let's go look at Google and Amazon. Um, Google has been one of those slow poke tickers lately that I just haven't been, I don't know. I feel like Johnny takes a lot more trades on Google and Amazon than I do. But yeah, but it's, I mean, you know, it had a bad repo, just news related stuff. It recovered, we filled the gap, and now we're kind of sort of in these moving averages on the daily, you know, long above, short below. I don't know why you would want to not be long on a company like Google. And I don't know why Google is having a hard time, like, you know, like, I don't know why Google's just not becoming an Apple. I mean, at this point, we all know we're not going to survive without the Apple company, you know, or Google, the company. So I don't know why all of the dips aren't getting bought, or maybe they are, we're just not looking at it enough. But yeah, as far as a day trade's concerned, nothing really exciting. I am looking to be long this thing, guys. End of this year, I think we could be at 152 if this thing gets going. So yeah, let's see. Fun fact, do you guys know that the Indian stock market, when I was doing RLT India, has a designated Diwali trading day, which is Diwali is like our New Year. So it's like our Christmas and New Year. But it's like the stock market's open for one day, for maybe like 2 to 3 hours where everything's just bullish. So you just blindly buy calls. That's it. Because it's like the good luck trading day, I guess. It's like our Santa rally kind of thing, which is so cool. How cool is that? Everyone gets lucky in the stock market. Amazon. Let's go check out our buddy Amazon. Yeah, Albert, did you know that? I mean, I'm serious. It's a thing. And they like, you know, they believe in like the stars. It's they'll like pull out the right timing based on the star alignment and like all of these. It's crazy. All the stars have to align. And it could be like the middle of the night or something, but like they're open for 2 to 3 hours or something like that, based on whatever the timing comes out. They print it out in the newspaper. It's amazing. Anyway, Amazon, great S curve on up. Everything's just, you know, Friday was a pretty milestone kind of day, right? Just kind of made the pathway clear to the upside. I'd be okay on Amazon going bullish until we take out 139. Then I'd be really worried. So, you know, I don't know if I want to buy the dip right now. Like, I don't know if I want to buy the dipper today, but I don't really see a bear trade in this unless we take out 140, right? And again, guys, a lot can change in a day. I mean, today we could be, you know, we could be having a ghostly, like a nasty bear candle like this, and everything could look very different tomorrow. But as of today, I feel like everything's just looking peachy in continuation. And you know me, I mean, I'm all for a pullback, but right now it's not really looking pullbacky. Albert says, don't tell Wall Street. Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's a thing. I should have moved some money to Interactive Brokers and just played calls. That would have been nice. Okay, cool deal. Let's go look at Shopify. Shopify had a good breakout candle. Yup. So all the haters out there, and I gotta admit, I'm probably number one on this ticker because I was so disappointed when this gap filled and we didn't continue higher because I was like, I believe in you, Shopify. You can get going. Let's go. We can S curve out of this. Weekly looked great. You know, everything looked fantastic. We just got stuck in a rut. But yeah, you know, retest of this inverse head and shoulders yet again. We're breaking out. Be bullish on Shopify. I would say buy the dip at 56 and just forget about it. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, but it did have a good breakout candle the other day because today is Monday. It's good to look at some of the weekly charts and kind of put things in perspective. I do like this move up. I feel like we could do a small retest again of the 10 and the 20 and then continue to go higher. Good breakout of this trend line to the downside. I like Shopify. For the long term, definitely. For a day trade, I don't know. Nothing super crazy. What's Meta looking like? Meta is the Nvidia of tech right now. Also a beautiful inverse head and shoulders on the daily. I don't know what else to say. Buy calls, guys, on anything you can find. I don't know what else to say. Everything looks peachy right now. Easy places to put stops if we pull back. As a matter of fact, I'd be looking forward to pulling back a little bit. You know, if we pulled back and did something like this, that would be nice. So, you know, buy the touchdown of the 10 EMA and then continue higher. I'd be looking forward to that. But until then, there's not there's just not any plays in here for day trade either. I tend to pick out my day trading tickers much prior to looking at anything else. So like today, I know Boeing is the one that I really want to play, right? But nothing else really stands out. Nothing else is like, yes, exciting Monday morning. Let's go look at this. So that's why I'm kind of just hovering around in places. PLTR had a pretty good, decent breakout kind of day too. Yeah. Weekly looks good. You know, I bought some and then I sold because I got chickened out of PLTR. Let's go look at coin. Okay, cool. What is crypto doing? I haven't looked at crypto over the weekend. Ooh, coin, guys, on a weekly is a lot of consolidation. I mean, this thing could either break down, this could be an epic bear flag, or this could be an epic inverse head and shoulders. The trick is to figure out which one it is, and we don't know. But like, look at this monthly. It looks like a beautiful inverse head and shoulders. We retested it. We're going higher. I'll tell you what, Albert, on coin, I would add a lot more or start doing bear call spreads around here. But for day trade, let's look at day trade. Pulling back, I would buy the dip here at 90, like at this gap fill. Let's see if coin gives us that chance. So what I'm going to do is set an alert. Crossing down. And for a day trade, if we start crossing below here and then get a 10 EMA bullish, I'd be able to, I'd be willing to take that. I like this inside candle breakdown. I like this pullback, but I feel like this is where the bouncing spot should be. And if it's not, then it'll be a fun bear play all the way down to 85. But either way, I like this inside candle play. So let's see which way it wants to go. It would have been an awesome gap up if this thing was gapping up to the upside. Would have been nice. Kevin says, I'm keeping my eye on Nike. Let's go look at Nike. Check it out. Ooh, yeah. I like Nike too. Um, I so this I like for a bear play also, and I like it especially because it's below moving averages. Let's see if there are any long term. Yeah, there's not much until here. Weekly. Weekly looks like a cute inverse head and shoulders too. Um, yeah, I like Nike. I mean, day trading wise, I would want to go bearish, but it's not really. I mean, long-term charts, weekly, daily is not looking very bearish. So I don't know. I would want a bullish day trade in here. See if it pulls back a little bit. So what I'm waiting to see happen in the markets is, let's say we open, we go a little bit higher on the 3-minute chart, we pull back, and then start to take out this high. That's what I want to do. I want to see. I want to see us trap some bears right here and then continue higher. I think that would be a good play on any ticker today at all, anything whatsoever. So if at open we put in this green 3-minute candle, we take it out to the downside, I would wait for a 10 EMA to the upside. On any ticker. Evening star candle on the week. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, it could pull back. I mean, to 103. Yeah, I could see that, Kevin. But it's got, when it does, it's got a lot of support. It's pulling back into decent support territories. Also, the retest of this neckline. This inverse head and shoulders. So just be cautious. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be bearish, but just, have tighter stops. That's what I mean. Yeah. I like this play. So I think it would be beneficial for us to look out for bullish trades, but I mean, hey, if it doesn't set up, then it doesn't set up, then we'll look for bear plays. It's just a matter of recognizing which way the broader market wants to go. The broader market, believe it or not, looks bullish, even on, SPY, Qs, everything. So it depends on where the Qs want to go at 438. Like I could see us pull back to this level. I could even see us pull back to this gap fill area. But then it's like, well, then where do you want to go? Yeah, Nike, Arsena says it's a tough call. Yes, absolutely. It could break down in either direction. But for a long-term play, I don't think you would have, or especially if you're just starting out your trading journey, I don't think you've met a bigger bearish person than I am. Ask anyone. I'm all for bear plays, but I can't find flaws in that chart, even if I wanted to. Weekly, daily, all of it. So I can't be like, no, I'll only trade it bearish or bullish, whatever. I mean, and we've got time till earnings. Nike's got everything going for itself. So plus we're entering that time of the year where things generally start to pick up in the bullish direction. So yeah. All righty, YouTube. It is time for me to sign off and say goodbye. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Until then, give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a